Also in the news tonight, a better than expected earnings from Alcoa, but shares slipped a bit in after-hours trading. The aluminum giant is the first Dow Component to turn in quarterly results, and its solid profits could be a positive kickoff for earnings season. Here are the numbers. Alcoa earned 11 cents a share. That was 3 cents more than estimates, but revenues came in below expectations, down 3% to $5.8 billion. Now, Alcoa also said it expects global demand for aluminum to rise by 7% this year, and sales of aluminum products to the auto, aerospace, and construction industries did very, very well. When I talked with Alcoa CEO Klaus Kleinfeld a short while ago, I asked him about the outlook for those sectors for the rest of this year.
We're seeing that there's very strong demand in some of the end markets that we cater to. When we look at aerospace, we believe it's in the large commercial aircraft, it's probably more between 9 to 12% growth rate. You have to also keep in mind that there's an 8-year backlog of planes. So it's a very stable market and growing very, very nicely. You even see growth now in business jets and regional jets. So this is very good. Automotive in the US, which is particularly important for us, it's continuing to grow very, very nicely. We're seeing that it's coming to levels of pre-crisis times, and at the same time we also see that the average age of the car fleet in the US is still higher than it used to be. So there's continuous to be pent-up demand, and what makes me particularly excited is that there's a stronger consumer drive for lightweight and for better gasoline efficiency. And that's driving very, very strongly the aluminum demand on top of it. And building and construction, a large market, very important for the US economy, is coming back. Finally, it's coming back, and I guess now everybody sees this.
Klaus, as you know, though, in the last couple of days, there have been new worries about the strength of the U.S. recovery. So from your perspective, is the economy slowing down? How is the U.S. economy really doing?
U.S. economy, I think, is not slowing down. It continues to grow. What you see there is a counter force there coming in through sequestration. So some of the public spending goes down, but at the same time you see that the businesses are growing. I believe that that's a good thing to happen and a good structure for the economy in the U.S. So I continue to be optimistic. We're not seeing a high growth environment like the one that we will be seeing in China, but I don't think anybody can expect that for a mature economy like the US one.
All right, so given your optimism, will you be hiring this year?
Actually, the interesting thing is, if you look at our global numbers, we are around 61,000 employees worldwide. And there are some moves in there. And interestingly, we see that the US has been gaining on the employment side. And that's very much a reflection also what happens in our portfolio. The more we build out our value-add business, the more you see aerospace as well as automotive growing. And you see there's a lot of action going on here. And then on top of it, I mean, with the very attractive lower energy prices now, that also helps, particularly then on our upstream side.
One thing that's not working in your favor are aluminum prices, which are down sharply over the last couple of years. What has to happen for those prices to go up? And is part of your strategy to cut back on aluminum production?
Well, our strategy is very clearly focused to be independent of what we can control. So let's focus on the things that we can control. The things that we can control on our upstream business is to come down on the cost curve. No matter where the market is going to be, we are going to be profitable. And you see that reflected in this quarter, actually. Metal prices are down, and you see a remarkable performance from our upstream business.
Tell me about China. You mentioned it a moment ago. From the customers that you're dealing with there, are they ordering more or less?
People are ordering more. We project 11% demand growth on aluminum this year in China.